So today I was at school, which sounds boring, but it's not. I didn't go to like school and have lessons and wander around corridors carrying books and things. And we had people come to see us. It was non-uniform, which is nice, because I don't like them in a uniform. And they talked to us about why sixth form is important and what we can do with it. And so this guy told us about how his life was effectively changed by sixth form. He was really quiet and didn't do much. And then he started in sixth form and ended up being like head boy and doing loads of stuff. The first thing he did was say, "Who wants £20? I will give this £20 to whoever can prove to me that they want it the most." That's all he said, and he just watched and said, "I'll give it to whoever can prove to me that you want it the most." And so, you know, various people would like stand as tall in their chair as they could. And eventually my friend in the front row just picked up, walked over to him, took it off him and sat down again. So she's £20 richer. That was nice. And we did these exercises like, you know a three-legged race? We did a six-legged race, like 5 people all tied together. It was really painful because the string pulled and people can't count to 2. So that annoyed me a little bit. Just a little bit. We had 20 pieces of spaghetti, a marshmallow, a metre of tape, a metre of string, and some scissors. And we had to build a structure with the marshmallow on top and be as high as possible. Ours fell down, like, fell apart like 3 seconds before we meant to finish. So that was also a pain. Anyway, the point of the thing was, the whole event was that in England, apparently this is a common problem with English people, but not the rest of the world. So if those of you who aren't English would like to inform me whether you have this problem, I assume you do. You must do. That's basically that English people don't like talking about themselves, especially in terms of talking about what they can do and what they're good at, because they're frightened of coming across as arrogant. But if you're going into a job interview or writing a personal statement to apply for university or anything like that, then you need to know what you're good at and be able to talk about that comfortably. And so it was about identifying what you're good at and identifying what you love doing, and particularly trying to find a job that involves both so that you can find your dream job. So that was also interesting. Things I'm good at, thinking. I was really pleased with that one. I was like, yay, I'm good at thinking. I do like thinking. Seriously, apparently I'm good at thinking. I like thinking. Thinking is fun. Why don't we take risks? Why do we not stand up and say something when we can? You know, every time we asked a question, there'd be a few minutes silence before anyone was brave enough to stick their hand in the air and say anything. Like, why is that? What are we scared of? Most of the time, we're scared of looking silly. But, to be honest, if it's a choice between looking silly and gaining 20 quid, you know, I'd take that risk. Only, I wasn't in a seat where I could get out. Yes, the point was, why don't we take risks? And so then he said, you've got 2 years of sixth form, and in that time, I want you to take a risk. And right now, I want you to pledge. I don't like that word. It always, like, it implies deep gravity and meaning and adds pressure. Anyway, he said, I want you to pledge a risk that you are going to take sometime in the next 2 years. So whether that's committing to all A stars in your A-levels or whatever. My pledge was that I'm going to start a video storytelling project thing that I've had in here, like brain crack. I found that I really like reading aloud, and I really like writing short 2-page stories. So I pledged as my risk I'm going to take in the next 2 years to start a project where I won't have any kind of schedule to it, because I have no idea what my schoolwork's going to be like for the next 2 years, but I'm going to start on my normal channel, which I can link down there if you haven't seen it. There's not much there at the moment. On there, I'm going to start posting videos where I read aloud short stories that I've written. Because 1, I want to get better at writing short stories, 2, I want to get better at reading aloud, and 3, I enjoy doing those things, and this way I can get feedback if nothing else. I don't know when it's going to start. I will let people know when I put my first video. So that is today. See you next Friday.